Okay, 9 o'clock Saturday morning in the kingdom, and it's freaking windy here. Yes, okay. The flags aren't showing how windy it is, but it's been huffing and puffing and blowing all night. My little house was just a rockin'. I know how those little pigs felt now. Okay, this morning it's freaking warm. Yes, it's December, at the end of the world. In Wilderness, Alaska, we're supposed to be freezing to death, but it's too warm. The house is warm, the shop is warm, it's just too warm. Okay, so we woke up to 0 Celsius. Yes, but feels like -7. But it feels colder with the wind. Yes, on the yo-yo scale, +32, which is freezing. Okay, but feels like +19. Yes, that's more like it. +19 Fahrenheit. Yes, it is freaking warm. This is unreal. We're not sure what we're going to do today. We'll do a quick scroll this way. All the yard lights are on because it's still dark. Yes, unreal. We live at the end of the world. And the winter solstice is coming. You know that Stonehenge thing? So then that'll be the shortest day of the year for us. Then the days get longer. So we're not sure what we're doing today because it's too warm. Our plans are all screwed up. And it's too freaking windy to be recording and filming and documenting life at the end of the world. Freezing to death. Yeah, right. Sweating to death because it's too warm. Alright, I better go because the me phone's probably censored me already like yesterday. That was unreal. Oh well, here comes the boss. Okay, 10:30 in the kingdom, or close to 11, I think. I've been wandering around aimlessly lost, gathering parts, but I just started the wood stove now. I didn't start it this morning when I came out to do the morning intro and to walk the dogs because it was warm in here. Yes, it's warm in here with the curtains closed and the back part here for being, how would you say, recycled, repurposed, and reused. It's actually quite warm in here for the wind, okay? All right, so over here, and also too, Sir Rodney's having troubles replying to comments and giving out his email at Westrans for everybody to contact him. They think he's a spammer, so we'll have to figure that out. Okay, so over here, yesterday to finish out the day, I did some work on the wiring here. The staff showed me the colors and marked them for me. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, we got turn signal. Excellent. Okay, let's see if we have enough talent to push the brake. There, look at that. Even that comes on. And the high beam light fit in that hole that was there. I think that was for the PTO. And then over here, the cigarette lighter fit right in that hole. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, we just got some little jumper wires to the battery. I imagine that little cigarette lighter is drawing a lot of current. So let's see what we can do, see if it'll work. It should work yesterday. Maybe it's too cold in the shop here to warm up the little end thing. All right, anytime now. Ooh, now, just like mother, I can light my cigarette. All right. Okay, so now we got things to do. I'm quite pleased with this here. We brought in these marker lights or whatever for semis. We use that a lot in the old trucks and everything like that because they're rubber mounted and they're easy to work with and they're very reasonably priced when you get them through Westrans or any truck store or stuff like that. We don't use the LED stuff because one, that's a lot more money. Two, I'm the king of obsolete. So I brought these lights in because I need turn signals at the front here, okay? Because you got to remember back in 1938, they didn't have turn signals. Everybody knew where you were driving, so you just turned and went. So we'll have to figure out something when we build the grill, the ptarmigan grill for the 38 GMC, so we don't hit any ptarmigans with that good shiny grill or whatever, that chrome grill. So we'll have to incorporate some turn signals into the front here. Okay? All right, we better get to work. The boss is coming.
What's up, Kingdom followers? Sir Rodney from Westrans. Not live at Westrans. I'm live at my mom's house, who has refused to come on camera with me. I just wanted to say that Joey's last post yesterday on YouTube, where I posted a video wearing the hat and the toque and everything, for some reason YouTube thinks I'm a spammer. I can't reply to any of it as far as giving you my information so I can send you out some hats and toques. Every time I responded, and I did respond to every one of them, it got blocked or deleted. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this. That's me. And if you're interested, there's my email address. rtrimble@westtrans.com. Send me an email with your information and I'll make it happen. I'll get you a toque or a hat or whatever else you want from me. I'm not ignoring you guys. YouTube is just being a little crazy right now. All right, talk to you later.
Okay, seeing how it's a warm day out here in December, we're going to make some starter block off plates, okay? Because we have four four IH cats in the kingdom with malfunctioning starters, okay? Here's one of those brand new Wilsons I bought in 2017. And I think this is worth $1,000 by the time you buy it. Get the freight here and it doesn't work. And it's written on there, the starter Bendix jams up. So we're going to take starters off today, but we need block off plates, okay? Enough of this sticking a rag in the hole, and then the snow, the rain, and everything blows in there. So we made a little template from the starter, and then we're going to cut it out. This is a perfect recycle, reuse, repurpose piece of steel. It's kind of bent and stuff like that, but it's kind of flat in here, so that'll be appropriate for the block off plates. And it's a little wowie or dished in here, so I didn't do anything down there, but that end of the steel or plate will find some other use for it. All right, so let's pray to the plasma gods to see if we can cut out some block off plates. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom and I finished up. I like finishing up my plates using the flapper disc wheel here because it smooths it out so I don't get any sharp cuts or anything like that at my age. All right, so what I did was I stacked the plates after I plased them and cut them, bolted them together. Okay, I drilled a pilot hole and then I, drilled it out bigger, whatever. So with them bolted together, I have made 4 correct pieces, or I've just made 4 wrong plates, block off plates. But we'll find out after lunch. Hopefully things go well. Okay, after lunch in the kingdom and I'm hiding by the shop here. That wind is unreal and it's warm and everything is melting. Unreal. And this is December 16th. We should be freezing to death. Okay, I'm on the dog walking trails heading to the south trail. All right, so the wind has blown the tree steady. So it's nature's way of pruning. So look at the ground. It's all covered with needles. Plus, it's so warm, this snow is actually melting and dropping down. So it's really wet, textured snow. So then the next time it gets cold, there's going to be a nice crisp crust on top of this snow, which will be good for some animals and not for others. But the dogs are enjoying a little extra trip on the trails after lunch.
Saturday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 10:30 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head up and go shopping. The store opens at 11. Gonna find out if I work today or not as well, and if I don't, I'll head on over to the kingdom this afternoon and we can do a few things over there. Now it's time to let the dogs back in and get the skidoo out. 11 a.m. and I just got the skidoo out. It is pretty warm out today, so I didn't even have to use the choke or let it warm up for 20 minutes, so that's pretty good. Now it's time to head on over to my dad's and grab his water jugs. I forgot to grab them yesterday, but that's okay. And then I'll head up and do some shopping. Just got to the kingdom to grab the water jugs here. Now it's time to head up into WHO-ville and go do some shopping. As you can see, he has some cats plugged in, so I wonder what he'll be doing today. 11:30 and I just got back from shopping. I stopped at the house to drop off all the bread and stuff. For the 2 bags and 2 water jugs, it was $120. They had chicken nuggets on sale for 50% off and some hamburger patties, so I grabbed 2 each of those. That way me and my dad can each have some. Now let's bring this stuff inside and head to the kingdom and drop everything off. Just finishing up in the kingdom, dropped everything off. I do work today up at the store, so now it's time to head on back into town and go get ready for work. Almost 1 o'clock and I'm just getting ready to head up to work now. I already let the dogs back in and I'm all packed and ready to go. As you can see, it is pretty windy out here and it got cloudy. I'm sure it's gonna snow. It was trying to earlier and then it stopped. Now let's get going. Little after 4 p.m. and I just got off work. As you can see, it is still pretty windy out here. It's actually gotten a lot worse since I was at work, but now it's time to head inside and let the dogs out and do weather. When I went shopping this morning, they had a big bag of chicken nuggets on sale for 50% off. These are regular price $38 to $40, and I got it for $19, so that's pretty good. And we also have some hamburger patties here. These were 50% off, originally $14, and I got them half off, so I think that was pretty good. 4:30, and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's negative 9 degrees Celsius, which is 15 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. The sun is slowly going down. We don't really have a sunset anymore. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, make my supper, and end my day.
Okay, it's super windy, so I'm back here. All right, sure and glad it's a warm day. But back in 2017, I thought I would try and put these cats together. Like this one went through the ice and went swimming. It cracked the head, so we thought we'd just put a diesel in to get it up and going. But the diesel was pretty bad, so now I got the starters off. Okay, so I got my little plate down there. This one's a hard one to see. It's very awkward. But over here is the starter. Okay, this is a TD9 known as OP. He came from the United States of America. Yes, we imported him. So we stuck a motor in there, and in 2017 we put everything together, and we did, I think it was 7 cats. We did steering clutches and rear seals and everything like that. So everything to put him together is right here in the bags, and the starter was on. The injection pump, I think we stole it in a 2020, I'm not sure. Okay, so we got a starter off of this one. Now these plates that I built work good because we have no idea when we're going to get these things back together, because these diesel motors are getting very pricey. We might be switching to gas. We don't know. All right, this wind is getting unreal. Okay, and of course a short 20 minutes there's a storm rolling in here. That's why the wind got so nasty and everything. So today's plans have changed drastically. We're going to be lounging out here enjoying the spring-like days, working on the twins, Free Fall and Kijiji. Now we're just going to yank them down to the shop and change out the starters. That way I have the air hose and the tools. I'm not walking up and down a hill. So to move cats, this is how you do it. All right, you tie the steering clutches back, and then that makes the tracks independent. Okay, because right now with the steering clutches forward, the back it's like a car axle, it goes straight across, so it's locked in solid, so it won't turn. So if you tie the steering clutches back, that lets each track turn independently, and it'll easily make a corner. Okay, another thing I was going to do is research on the fuel system on the hood here and why it's you have to prime it. But the hell with that, we got a storm coming. So we got the 3/4 inch wrench out, which is also a 19 millimeter. Okay, so I cracked the injectors, and this is why it's nice to have the electric fuel pump. The original cat fuel pump is down there. It's gear driven, but the electric fuel pump can push the fuel through the gears. All right, we'll turn this on. We can hear the pump. I don't know if we can see the fuel there. So we're kind of chasing it out to where hopefully it starts. Okay, here's the camera overlooking the backyard, or the back gate, or whatever, the kingdom. So the flags are going pretty good. You can see how windy it was. Like, this wind was unreal today, and I should be showing up on the screen here anytime now, pulling Free Fall. No, Kijiji. I pulled Kijiji first, but that wind was unreal. I've only sped it up 4 times here, so that way you guys don't get dizzy, because I know I'm having a hard time focusing on watching the Me phone and watching the screen at the same time. Okay, we should be coming up here with the cat, and with the steering clutches tied back, it just follows right along. See, we just kind of make a nice corner, and the little cat just turns, and there we go. Of course you couldn't see it because of the wood smoke. Oh, all right, then the old guy has to get off, unchain it, because I don't have staff. All right, and then I'll spin the cat around. Okay, the D69U, known as the hood. We prefer having the blade at an angle all the time because it's I don't know, more handy, so you can do these little things like push and shove. So here we are chasing it into place, so it's nice and close to the shop. I have to turn the back end over. Okay, so the wood smoke is there. It just turns nice with them steering clutches tied off. And one more push. All right. Okay, there we go. In we go. In we go. There we go. Now back up, and I'll head off to get Free Fall. That doesn't take long. Okay, I should be heading back here with Free Fall. According to my little notes, I wrote it down here. All right, but that wind was unreal, clouded over quickly like a storm was coming, but it didn't. I don't know where the storm is. Maybe it's just an air system moving in that's going to bring us snow. We don't know, but that turned nasty. Okay, here we come with free fall, and we turn slightly. There we go, and the old guy gets off, unhooks it. Okay, we changed short because we want it to follow. Okay, plus we went around by the front gate because it's too steep of hills to come down off by the house here, by the caboose and stuff. So we went around the front so we can control it in case the free fall started rolling faster than the D6. So okay, now I'll push it into place. Okay, see the talent I got? I can just see the edge of the blade and putting it on the drawbar of the cat, and with the steering clutches tied off, I can steer it. Okay, so now we go to the loader shed, because the loader sheds had the snow pulled back with the mini hoe. You only go so far back, and then you let the big cats take it over. So we're just backblading to make it smooth, because I am the king of the backblade. And now I head down to the back gate there, where we used to drive through the neighbor's yard, and I push up a snow berm. Yes, a snow berm. Because the problem we have here in WHO-ville is everybody drunk drives. So they think they're leaving town on the main road, but they end up on the other road that comes down to the tracks, and then they follow the road, and then they're in my yard. So now they're drunk driving, trying to turn around in my yard, and then they back into things. Okay? And you don't go out and talk to these people and tell them you're drunk, you're in my yard, and you're damaging stuff because it's my fault. Okay? So it's just best just to block it off. So we're using the front gate now. So I pushed up a snow berm. That way people aren't driving through and getting stuck in my yard. Now they get stuck in the snow berm down there, and it's not my problem. They can walk to town, because once they're stuck, the dogs start barking. So these people don't come up to the kingdom because they're afraid of dogs. Okay. So I pushed up a nice snow berm there, and in fact we have no snow. So it's a little lame ass snow berm. Snow berm. Oh, these lips need some more vodka. Oh wait, I gotta finish the video and then we can enjoy the beverage. Alright, so I just spin the cat around. Look at the talent. And I put it in third gear to come back up to the yard here. Alright, here we come. And I've only sped this up 4 times. If I went 8 times, we'd be all dizzy watching the trees. But that was unreal weather today. But we were able to work and handle it and get a lot done. Alright, so here we come along. So this is why the cats, winter freighting cats, have knock knees. They're the rollers at top. Front idlers are leaning in because you always travel with the blade up in the air. So that puts a lot of weight on the front. All right, that looks good. Okay, on the deck camera, the camera on the deck here, it's not on constant record. It's just on movement. So I have to walk over there, make sure it's working. Okay, and then I head back over to the cat. Okay, so it should be no problems pulling it out. All right. So I don't trip and fall. Okay, so I should climb up on the cat, which is pretty good for the old guy. All right. Yes. Okay, now we're going to take off with free fall. Yes. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, we're leaving. Leaving now? Maybe? I don't know what I'm doing. How hard? Oh, there we go. We got it rolling. I don't know if we got a glare here or not. There we go. So now I went around to by the front because it's less slopes. Oops. There we are with the D6 back to smooth it out for when the staff arrives in her skidoo with the loaded toboggan. Yeah, so I have to make it smooth for her, because if not, how would you say, it's harder when you got a sleigh, or, well, it's harder when you have a skidoo and the sleigh behind loaded with groceries or gas or diesel and the ground's not smooth. All right, I think I do a couple of passes here, because I am the king of the backblade. Oh yes, here I come. Look at that. Smooth it out. So getting rid of that steel ramp here has really improved everything. Plus the dogs in the corner here. I don't know if we can see it over there. They have more pen and more visibility or whatever, so they can see what's going on in the kingdom. Look at that. I really don't like this camera because it's cutting in and out. All right, I think I'm done backblading here, and we'll continue on. Okay, 4:30, I took the little wagon. It's not the little red wagon. I'm colorblind, so I know it's not red. I think it is green because it's one of those gardening wagons. So anything with a gardening is green, I assume. But that's from a colorblind guy quoting things of whatever. Okay, so we went to the parts trader, grabbed all the starters that we keep saying are no good. So let's figure this out one more time, okay? So we'll unload the little wagon, load it up with wood, and also too, over here, I'm making a mess because I'm taking starters off and putting those plates on and stuff like that. So we got the red crane cat, we got op, and then we got cursor reverse, which has the gas motor it put in it. So I know nothing of these starters. I might have shoved them on there to fill in the holes, and then I figured when the cats came into the shop to be worked on to get up and running, I'd worry about the starter then, because I'd be rich and famous, you know, and I'd be buying brand new starters at work and everything like that. Yeah, right, I was buying starters and paying lots of money, and they didn't work. So we might as well stick with what we got, because these things are paid for and they're junk or whatever. They don't work, so let's try and make them work. Okay, taking the starter off Kijiji to figure out what's wrong with it, and we should have all the starters in the shop because it's supposed to be cold tomorrow or whatever. Then we can sit down and figure it out. So this will be 5 starters removed today, and it's a perfect day because it's warm enough that my fingers aren't cold, but the wind is unreal. All right, one more starter to go, and then we can drink beer. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I've had enough. This wind has just drained me right out. It's not the cold or anything like that. It's this freaking wind. But we got all the starters off, so we got 5 starters in the shop, so we can beat on with the hammer, see if we can make them work one more time. And look at the flags go. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, make a video, and we'll talk to you later.